VeryDarkMan's lawyer, Deji, has called Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso a fat, big liar, a propaganda who pays online bloggers to promote himself and not his country. That most of the things that they have said Ibrahim Traore has done in Burkina Faso are all fat, big lie. And this man deserves to immediately be overthrown and kicked out of Burkina Faso, according to VeryDarkMan's lawyer, Deji. For those of you who are hearing about VeryDarkMan, VeryDarkMan is a social activist. He's not involved in this, but just to tell you how he's connected. This lawyer is a really, really huge lawyer in Nigeria and an activist, a comrade, well-respected man. He's not in any way connected to the government. He's an independent comrade, a lawyer and an activist who talk on social issues in Nigeria. And now he has come out to say this man here, Ibrahim Traore, is a big liar, that he visited Burkina Faso recently and discovered that whatever they are promoting online is not what he saw in Burkina Faso. Well, for those of you who still doubt that that's exactly what he said, just hold on a little bit, because this is a live video and we are going to go down into his social media, personal social media account to show you when he actually made those comments. Yes, that's his social media page, Comrade Deji Ade Yuja. Firstly, it started with, he said, they are marketing a Burkina Faso dictator on Twitter Nigeria. I hear the dictator is paying Nigeria influencers very well. If you live long enough, there no rubbish you won't see. There is no rubbish you won't see. That's what he tweeted. Comrade Deji. That's his face there. For you to be rest assured, for those of you who do not know his official page. That was he tweeted. Then he also said, when someone questioned him, someone said, Baba is a performer. Baba is a performer and an Africa leader. Then he said, I transited through Ogudogbo few weeks ago. The country is a glorified dustbin from the sky and on ground. Only clown will market a dictator. 75% of Africa problem were caused by dictators and the military after the colonial master. So this name I can hardly pronounce this name here. Let us check the meaning at Grox. Let's ask them where is, I think it's an airport. I've never heard about it before. It's a Ohugo-Dogwa, sorry, I'm not pronouncing that way, is the capital city of Burkina Faso, a landlocked country located in West Africa. That name is the capital city of Burkina Faso. And he said that transited through the capital city of Burkina Faso a few weeks ago. The country is a glorified dustbin. They called Burkina Faso glorified dustbin. From the sky and on the ground. Only clown will make a dictator, sometimes a dictator will market a dictator. So 5% of Africa problems were caused by dictators and the military after the colonial master. So then he also said, when someone said, I am still waiting for his explanation on the dictatorship, because comparing Ibrahim with the democratically elected leaders of other African countries, I think everyone will agree that the difference is clear. So I'm completely confused here. Then he also said, I just returned from the 83rd Ordinary Section of the Africa Commission on Human and People's Rights in Bangor. And all activities from Burkina spoke in one voice about enforced disappearance of critics and activities in the country. Nobody can even dare to criticize dictator in Burkina. So, Comrade Deji all the way from Nigeria, who we known for his activism and the protection of human rights, fight for the voiceless, is now coming out to tell us that the praises we are pouring on this particular man, this man here, calling me dictator, is not good. That this man is rubbish. Just virtually what he's telling us. That Burkina Faso is a dustbin. This man barely took over 2022. How many years ago? 3 years ago. Barely 3 years ago. And this man here somehow blamed this man for the destruction of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso got their independence. Let us check when Burkina Faso actually got their independence. Because before you direct your anger, we have to know some certain things. When the Burkina Faso gained independence from France on August 5th, 1960, almost the same time with Nigeria. 1960. When did Burkina started practicing democracy. Also, we have to know when they actually started this democracy. Burkina formally started practicing democracy with the adoption of its 1991 constitution, which established a semi-presidential system and paved the way for multi-party election. The country gained independence from France in 1960, but in earlier years were marked by political instability and military rule rather than the democracy government. The shift towards democracy began in the earliest in the 1990s, influenced by a border wave of democratizing across Africa. The multi-party election were held in 1992, making the beginning of regular electoral process. However, Burkina Faso democracy journey has been complex. While elections have occurred since 1992, challenges such as allegation of electoral fraud, restriction on opposition party, and limitation of civil liberty have persisted. Okay, for years now, as at 1990s is when they started this democracy, but it has been unstable ever since. So now, according to Deji said Ibrahim Traore is bribing influencer. There is one well-known influencer. It's not as if an influencer, someone usually travel around the globe to visit Africa countries. And that person is, what was the guy's name? Woody Maya. Woody Maya was in Burkina Faso, and some of his videos were really, really touchy, guys. There was one video he shared. He shared this particular video here, you see.
So grows everything in abundance, despite the fact that this country is hot and dry. They grow tomatoes in abundance. And the fact that His Excellency Ibrahim Traore decided to build a factory to transform the raw materials into a finished good is something that really excites my soul.
So this man actually built a $12 million tomato process plant for the very first time in Burkina Faso history. This man built a $12 million factory plant. Okay? None has ever done it before. I want to try to know exactly where this man is coming from. Where this man is coming from for him to say those kind of things. Because this Woody Maya is kind of like a credible person that usually travel around Africa to try to like sell Africa in a beautiful manner and to tell you some kind of the backwardness or the progress in many African countries. So now he's telling us that indirectly that this man here, Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, paid this man to lie to the general public on the actual progress of Burkina Faso. Actual progress of Burkina Faso. That's exactly what he's telling us. Huh? Because Woody Maya was there and he showed some of the progress at that place. And he showed people who were willing to actually decide to die for the president of Burkina Faso. And he showed some of the jobs. He showed some of the jobs over there that were not there before. So I don't understand, guys. I'm still confused where that man got his information from. He said he transit from Burkina Faso. You transited, you never really stayed in Burkina Faso. And you just rear the entire country. You just rear the entire country just by transiting from Burkina Faso. Come on, man. That man we have so many respect. There's one particular video I'm trying to get, I can't still get, of some worker, on some people who are willing to die for Ibrahim Traore. Honestly, I can't still find it, man. I'm trying to get the video, but I can't get it. But try as much as possible to check out that the video that he made. Maybe it might show you some real insight of Burkina Faso. But this man doesn't believe that Ibrahim Traore is who he said he is, just by transiting from that country to another country. Never really walked around the country, never really tried as much as possible to find the factories in the country, never really took the time to ask locals. No, this man definitely has a problem. You see, according to our language, person know the good finish. You understand? No matter what, no matter the goodness, there are still some irregularities in that person's brain. Just imagine, this man read an entire country, destroy an entire name just by transiting from a country. You never really went into the local places. That means if you were at that capital and you see everywhere and you see Tok building, then you might just say, yes, Ibrahim Traore is trying. And meanwhile, there are some thick villages that people are dying over there. That is exactly what people see in Africa, in Nigeria. When they go to Lagos, they see this fine city, and come to Abuja, they see this fine city. They just conclude that Nigeria is safe and good. Meanwhile, we are suffering. Oh, this guy fuck up.